Hi, everyone, and welcome to Leaf Rants. Leafs lose 5-3 against the Nashville Predators, following up a game where they lost 4-0 to the Washington Capitals. This is how they respond, by losing 5-3 to the Nashville Predators, who also haven't been very good. If the Columbus Blue Jackets lose tonight, the Toronto Maple Leafs are last place in the Eastern Conference. Not tied for last, they're last. Last. Dead last. Going into the night, Leafs have a lineup scramble. Max Domi's a scratch. First line, Knies, Matthews, Cowan. Makes sense. Second line, Maccelli, Tavares, Nylander. Maccelli, in a game where the Leafs lost and didn't perform very well, Maccelli had a good game, and I think that he deserves to be in tomorrow night. Max Domi does not deserve to be in tomorrow night. Third line, Robertson, McMahon. But let's do the Joshua Wall McMahon. We know that works. But McMahon and Robertson, they have some chemistry. That makes sense. Joshua, Lawton, Yarncrook on the fourth line. A little bit more defensive style. I get that. I like that. All right. This is where it gets bad. First defensive line, Morgan Rielly and Philip Myers. What are we doing? What are we doing? Craig Berube, I'm looking at you. I'm talking to you right now. What are you doing? Second line, defensive line, McCabe, Stetcher. Third defensive pairing, Benoit, OEL. Benoit hasn't been good at all. He makes bad pinches. When he shoots the puck, it dies. When it goes to him, he just wants to shoot it. And he kills the puck. He kills plays, and he's constantly getting beat on 2-on-1s. And then Wall starting. The power play going into tonight was also horrible, so it got a bit of a refresh. But, man, Toronto's at 4.7 goals per 60 on the power play this season, tied with Calgary for dead last. Power play drops down to 10% over the last 16 games going into tonight. Unbelievably awful. Unbelievable. Power play production in that span. William Nylander, 3 goals. Rielly, 2. Matthews, 2. Domi, 1. Waugh, 1. And Maccelli, 1, who hasn't played since November 28th in Washington. Max Domi getting scratched tonight the second time this season. How has Max Domi only been scratched 2 times this season, and Matias Maccelli has sat in the box since November 28th? They switch up the power play. PP1 is Rielly, Matthews, Cowan, Roberts, and Knies. And PP2 is OEL, Nylander, Tavares, Maccelli, Waugh. Honestly, can't be mad with that. The power play looked decent enough, I guess. I don't know. Let's break down the game, I guess. First period, Robertson with a good steal in the defensive zone. Gets it to McMahon, who finds a wide-open Bobby McMahon on the side. On the left side of the ice, he cuts in wide-open Nick Waugh, playing his 400th game, by the way, in front of the net, makes it 1-0 early in the game. Leafs come out looking good. Then Matias Maccelli with a nice play to William Nylander, who walks in with some speed. He doesn't score on that, but that's the stuff you need from William Nylander. William Nylander has been a passenger. So has Austin Matthews. I've been hard on him. But William Nylander has done absolutely nothing. That top line got caved in against Washington, and this is how you follow it up. Oh, you need a guy to get Matthews the puck. What is William Nylander here for? He makes $11.5 million to what? Not care? Sit down and watch? What are we doing? Like, put him in the rest box. Nylander needs to be scratched. There's no effort. They don't care. They don't. They gave up on their coach. I don't know what it is. It's the coach's job to come out and get these players ready to play. They're never ready to play. Yeah, maybe you don't coach after the season last season. Were they even that good? They got outshot almost every single game last year. But the difference was they kept the pucks to the outside, right? Their power plays, their penalty kill, sorry. Their penalty kill is top 5 in the league. They got scored on here in the second, but the Leafs go off the first period, up 1-0. They get a power play, don't score on it. Robertson gets a good chance. Matthews to the box for tripping on OEL. Lawton and Yarncrook almost connect on short-handed play, and they just get nothing. Okay, 1-0 after the first. Build off of that. Second period. Jake McCabe slides into Evangelista, and Knies hits him going the other way. So McCabe's sliding. Knies hits him. It's penalty, 2-minute minor for tripping. And Morgan Rielly leaves Haula all alone in front of the net. There's a point shot from Yossi that gets tipped in by Haula. No chance for Wall. He couldn't see it because Haula, I don't know how tall Haula is, but a guy who's over 6 foot is standing in front of you, guaranteed at least 6'3", 200. He's standing right in front of you. You can't see. Move him out of the net. Move him out of the net. What are... Then, Matias Michelli. Point shot gets tipped off Tavares' right skate, off Yossi's skate. 2-1. Leafs regain the lead. Okay. Tavares ending his drought since, like, December 4th. Like, I called him the last game. You know what? It's good to see him get on the board tonight. Then late in the period, 4-on-4, Ryan O'Reilly gets into Adam Wilsby, Toronto native, Toronto born, who flies in from the point to score late in the second and is tied up 2-2 going into the second intermission. Okay, not what you love to see. Not at all what you love to see. But it's okay. It's 2-2. It's a tie game. The second period was absolute crap. First period was decent. Second period was crap. You got buried again and again. It happens all the time. Third period, though. Third period, the Leafs have been one of the best third period teams all season, so you expect them to come out and be great. And Morgan Rielly, the defenseman on your team who makes $7.5 million, he's paid the most out of any defenseman on your team. He has to be your number one guy. Gets crossed up by no other than Evangelista. Dances past Morgan Rielly, walks in, beats Wall with a beauty backhand falling over. It was a gorgeous goal, pure filth. 3-2, Nashville gets the lead. Morgan Rielly this season has been on for more 5v5 goals against per minute than any player in the NHL with a minimum 25 games played. That's your number one guy. He's supposed to be your number one guy. Morgan Rielly, this season, just nothing's gone right. Morgan Rielly's been horrible. They sold us on him being better. They sold us on Matthews being better. I just don't know where these players went. Austin Matthews and William Nylander's fall-offs need to be studied. Nylander started the season so good. Tavares started the season so good. I'm willing to give him a slide because you know what? He did score tonight. And he makes a third of what Matthews makes. Almost a third of what Willie makes. And he's 35. He's old. He's unk. More than halfway through the third period, the shot attempts were 16-5 in favor of the Nashville Predators. 16-5. In the third period, you're trailing. Every single time you think the Leafs can't go any lower, they push their bar deeper into the ground. And then you know what they're going to do in like a week? They're going to go on a winning streak, and they're going to climb their way up. Because right now, they're like 6 points out in their division. They're going to climb their way up, and then they're going to crap the bed again. And we're going to be back here having the exact same decision. You know what's a problem? When your best players are Easton Cowan and Nick Robertson. Those guys look like your best players. You know what's a problem? When the third line is your best line. Austin Matthews, you make $13.25 million. I don't care if you don't have Mitch Marner to feed you the puck all the time. You're Austin Matthews. They've given up. There's no other way to this. Obviously, losing Mitch Marner going into the season is a big decrease. It is. That's horrible. Mitch Marner does so much for your team. He played on the penalty kill. He played on the power play. He played on the penalty kill power play. 5-on-5. He's out there when the other team pulls their goalie, when you are in the lead. You're going to miss a guy like that. But it's not like Matthews and Marner. As much as everyone's like, well, Matthews needs Marner to pass him the puck. How often did we say Matthews and Marner didn't work? How often did we need to switch William Nylander and Mitch Marner to get those lines going again? They go stale every single year. And Matthews, he's just been stale all year. Nylander, where did he go? Where did he go? Tell me. I'm genuinely asking you. No one knows. If found, please return him to the Scotiabank Arena. If you find Austin Matthews or just a guy with a mustache who likes the number 34, please send him to the Scotiabank Arena. Anyone is better than these frauds that step out on the ice every day and get to put on this jersey. As fans of this team, it's disgraceful. This logo, this jersey has so much meaning, has so much pride. It has honor, pride, and courage. It's in here. They put it in the jersey. And this is how you come out and play. The Toronto Maple Leafs are on scale to sell the least amount of tickets they've ever sold in the Scotiabank Arena this season. You have Austin Matthews, your generational player. Since game one of his NHL career, Austin Matthews has been a generational player for this team, and I don't know. Anyways, Leafs pull their goalie. Stamkos gets an empty net goal. A couple minutes later, Bobby McMann shoots a rifle past Saros, and it's 4-3. Right after the empty net goal. Right after. What are the odds? Then they pull their goalie again because, that works out for them. Every time they pull their goalie, they don't just get scored on. Smith with an empty netter makes it 5-3. That's the game. Takeaways from tonight. When your third line is your best line, you have a serious problem. When Cowan and Robertson look like your best players, but you want them to look like good players, obviously, that's a problem. When you have Austin Matthews, William Nylander, John Tavares, Matthew Knies, Morgan Riley, you have all these guys. When Morgan Riley looks like a pylon and gets crossed up by Evangelista, that name is so hard to pronounce, I'm sorry. That's a problem. That's your guy. That's your number one guy back there. Jake McCabe honestly played a good game. He gave up a 2-on-1 late in the third, and he came back. He worked for it. He got the stick lift on it. He shut down the play. That's what you need Morgan Riley to do. You need Morgan Riley to be a defender. You need them to make these passes. Morgan Riley has been decent, really good offensively this year. And him and OEL, I honestly thought have been a very good pairing together. But he gets eaten alive in the defensive zone year after year. It's the same thing. The lineup decisions, they made sense. Every single one except for that Riley Myers line. I didn't like that line. There's no reason to do that. Why do we keep going back to it? I don't know. They had urgency early on. They did. They came up 1-0 going into the second where they crap the bed every time, every year. You need more puck possession. Like, you're getting outshot brutally. Not even close. Like, second period, it's just a death. Second period of death. Oh, I like that. That's what the second period is Michelli here in himself another game. Morgan Riley, he's a mess out there. Past couple games especially. It's horrible. Bad loss to a bad team. Where are your leaders? Where's your captain? Austin Matthews spoke to the media. It wasn't just like, yeah, well, you know what? We've been putting on some good performances. They're just not going our way. Shut up. No one wants to hear that. You're not putting on good performances. You guys crap the bed. You guys suck. Let's be honest. Go to the media and tell them that. Tell them that you suck. Tell them that you haven't won crap since you've been here, like Nathan McKinnon did. Go out and tell the truth. Tell the media that you haven't been good this season. You haven't been up to your standards. And play better. Power play. Power play has been built up of your top two lines. They took Christmas vacation early. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if Austin Matthews needs surgery. I don't know if he's hurt. I don't know what's going on with him. But something's got to change. Be better. Do better. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please click like. If you really liked it, please click subscribe. Makes me feel good and makes me feel a little bit better about going chronically insane from this team. So, yeah, I appreciate it. Putting some effort, playing with a careless effort night after night. It's embarrassing.